Inspirational web development, a beginner approach. What is CSS? Part 2. CSS pseudo classes. In the previous lecture, we know about CSS, and now let's dive more into CSS. CSS pseudo classes, the selector name is actually the name that we want to style, like dot for a class, hashtag for ID, the tag name. Then we put colon and then the pseudo class. And then we open brackets and property name, property value. We all know about the property name and property values and some of the properties of CSS. So let's see this demo to try some pseudo classes. So opening Inspirational Web Development folder and CSS test. Here we're gonna create a new HTML file. So I'm gonna type here desktop Inspirational Web Development CSS test and here pseudo.html for example. Then we make our doc type HTML. Then we type HTML control space and we type here pseudo classes. So now let's try some pseudo classes. We will make an anchor here and call it this is Inspirational Web Development, and we will give it a class name of class, for example, red, and we will create an inline style. So style, I'm gonna close the style, and inside it we type dot because this is a class, then red, then open braces, close braces, and inside it we type color red. So when we navigate to our style here, pseudo, and open it with Chrome, we will see an anchor tag with the text of this is Inspirational Web Development and it is red. Now we want to do some magic to it. If we type here dot red and then colon, then we type hover, then open braces, this is a pseudo color blue. What will happen? Actually, you see that it's still red, but when I hover over it, it became blue. This is hover pseudo class. Okay, if we try to make a new element, which is button, and inside button, we're gonna type click me, for example, or okay, and here create something like this button on hover please change your background became red. So we update this, see this button, wow, it became red. This is really cool. Now let's make a new tag, which is input tag, and input is a self-closing tag, and we're gonna set its type text, just text. So to see the element, press here, this is this element. So now I want the input when it got focus, the border become 4 pixel solid and deep black. So here hover, no effect, but when I got focus, it became deep black. So here hover focus is what is a pseudo classes for CSS. So let's complete. Let's combine HTML5 with CSS3 and create something great. Now we will create a nice looking web form. So inside CSS test, we're gonna make a new file here, which is contact or form.html doc type html. Then we type html here. Yeah, form. Our form now will be created. Sorry, let me close this. Form, open with Google Chrome. You see the title changes. Now we will make this great form. So we have to create a division of our form. Division. Then we have to create what? Another division. Yeah, this division which has a class equal row. And divide here, class equal form. And we're gonna make an inline style here. So styling the form, width of 500 pixel and a height of 55 pixel. And to see the effect, we're gonna put a border of 1 pixel solid. Actually, you can use RGB, which stands for red, green, blue, and give it the value 221, 221, 221. You can type here. This is gray. This is a comment, by the way, in CSS used, but you should make it something like this. This is gray. This is a comment in CSS file. Okay, if we refresh the page, you will see this box here. We want this box to move to the center of the screen. How are we gonna make this? We type margin 0 auto and we update the page. Wow, it moves here. So now that's great. So h1 contact me. So it may contact me. Wow. Yeah, contact me. But we want to contact me to be in the center of the screen. How? We style h1 tag here. Type h1 and inside it we type text align equal to center. And refresh the page. Wow, it moves to the middle. Now we will create rows which is anchor, and inside anchor I'm gonna type name here, and we have to put input self-closing tag here, and I'm gonna type equal to text and no value inside. So here if we update, wow, we see the name and we see the input here, but we need the input to be float left. So input here, so one of the input instead of being here to be here, and its width should it change. So we're gonna type here width or 25 pixel. Now you will check that its width change. Wow, great. And margin from left 10 pixel and margin from right 10 pixel. I know there is too much of the CSS property, but don't worry. And now we want this one to be here. How? We type float right. That's mean we're gonna move to the right. Great. And we want to style the anchor here, which is the name, the A. We type the font size is 20 pixel and margin from the left with about 15 pixel. Now we update. Wow, great. So we have the name here. I have contact name. Maybe we need to narrow the form to be 350 pixel. So something looks like this, which is great, by the way. So here we have the name. So we may need to create the class row. We're gonna type here, does not matter, whatever we want to, but here, here, we have here password, here email, yeah, and then we have to submit it with a button. Close the button, and inside the button we type submit. Here, look, it seems like it's not what we want or what we intend to do. So we need to do some CSS style. We need the row to be width of 100%. That's mean the row will take all this space. That's great. And we need the height to be 50 pixel, the height of the row. That's great, but still this one does not work well for me. So we need to change the input from 250 to 230 and updating this. This is really kinda great. Here we need to put the float to left. Yeah, but it still does not work well for us. And the most important thing, we need to change this to be a little bit smaller. So this one can move forward. Now the submit button should have to be margined. So we're gonna type button and say margin from left with 10 pixel. Wow, great. Now the height, we need it to be smaller. So what we should do, we can type something like this. We can type the height of the form to be auto. That's mean it will be something like this. But why is this? Because there is no float for this one, this one, and this one, and that's why it appears like this. Because we put here inside the form the border or the margin, sorry, the margin to be 0 auto. If we put it float, for example, left, that's mean it will move to left and its height will change, like something like this. So to avoid this problem, we hard code the form height to be, for example, 3 pixel, and I will tell you in the upcoming tutorial how to override this problem, how to override this problem. I know this is really small and great. Contact me form, we will do much better than it on the upcoming tutorial. This is just the beginning, and